Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So I know it is a very common sentiment among readers that our TBR is a mountain we are never going to be able to climb, that the list gets longer and longer and the days get shorter and shorter, and we just will never have enough time to read everything that we want to read. But I am here to tell you I have found a new hack, a new way that for me personally has helped me read so much more. So before we get into it, I'm going to quickly mention where I'm coming from as a reader myself. So for me, in my last ranked spot, and this is going to probably be very curious for a lot of people, it is actually reading out of a physical book. It is just not something that works for me. I think the actual object of holding a physical book, having a physical book, having to carry it around with me is not something that leads to me reading a whole lot. Another issue for me is I'm very particular about when I open a book, how it feels in my hand, and there are just so many books out there that don't fit into it. Also, as somebody who mostly likes to read in bed and kind of fall asleep while I'm reading, holding something up like a Stormlight book and having it fall on your face is not really something that I would suggest for many people. It is quite the workout to hold up some of these long epic fantasy books that we were talking about. So for me, this is my preferred way of reading is with some kind of e-reader, right? Whichever your preferred preference is. For me, it's much more easy to hold. I can read with the lights off, which for me is a big thing. I'm definitely a night owl and I stay up much later than my girlfriend most of the time. So something like this definitely allows me to read even when I should definitely be sleeping and kind of just drift away nicely. And when I drop this on myself, I don't even notice it. I just keep on sleeping. Or if I kind of throw this out onto the floor, I feel like this has a better chance of surviving. Not that all of my books are super pristine, nice editions or anything. You can see there's some holes in this one. But in general, I feel much worse about messing up a physical edition that I have than I do with my Kindle, right? Now, if you have been around my channel at all, you know that my actual favorite way to listen to or to read a book is to actually listen to it, right? So I think for a lot of us, audiobooks have been that hack that we have used to enable us to read more than we normally would be able to. Being able to do things like vacuum, wash the dishes, drive your car while you're listening to a story is absolutely a fantastic thing to do. And it personally, for me, is still my favorite way to consume a book. I won't say that audiobooks are technically reading because listening isn't reading, but we all get to the same point in the end. And that's really what matters. If I don't get it the same way you got it, that's totally okay. But you guys are here for my new hack. And I need everybody to stay with me here for a second, because when you first hear what I'm doing to read more, I think a lot of you are going to turn up your nose to it and say that it's not for you. And that is actually what I had. That was my initial reaction. I actually have to give credit to Jimmy over at the Fantasy Network. He actually mentioned he was doing this, and I was blown away by it. I was like, there's no way I could do that. I think it's absolutely crazy. And so what did I do? I went ahead and tried it for myself, and it has absolutely accelerated my reading in a way that I didn't think was possible. And it has done a few other things that I'll get to as we talk about it a little bit more. And that is reading on my phone. And I know there are probably so many people who are like, I could never do it. I could never sit and stare at my phone for hours on end and read something. Except that's what so many of us do anyway, right? So many of us sit and just doom scroll on a phone, and why not replace some of that with reading? And I promise it is a lot better than you think it is going to be. There are plenty of different apps that you can do this with. I know my library has an app that I can do it with. Libby is another library connected app that you can do it with. Kindle has an app that you can just download and use on your phone and read. And you'll have a couple of different options for themes, make it easier on your eyes, all kinds of things. You can zoom in, make the text bigger, and you have all those kinds of benefits of using an e-reader, but having the device that you always have with you. And that has been the absolute hack for me is I always have my phone with me. I don't always have my Kindle with me. Actually, I never travel. I don't bring this outside of my house. This is just basically a physical book that I keep in my house that happens to have a light in it. I know some people probably bring their Kindle around while they're sitting in waiting rooms and all those kinds of things, but for me personally, that's what I have my phone for. It has absolutely helped me spend less time doom scrolling on my phone and just picking up a book and reading instead of spending countless hours on Instagram or other, social media sites and everything. And I think it has absolutely been a huge boon for my reading. Now, I know a lot of people are like, there's no way I could do it. It would hurt my eyes and everything. And if you are somebody like me who you're already spending a lot of time on your phone, I don't think switching to reading a book is something that you should be concerned with. Let's be honest, we all probably spend too much time on these devices as it is. Why not try and make it something productive? So I absolutely am going to implore you to try reading on your phone. I know at first glance it's going to sound crazy, and maybe it will be too hard on your eyes. Maybe it will bother you. Just give it a try. I promise it is more productive and better for you, and you will actually get to read the things that you want to read. I know one barrier for me is I kind of have trained myself that when I'm doing something on my phone, it's mindless, it's scrolling, it's all that dumb stuff that we do. And sometimes there's like a forced barrier of like, I need to click on a different app that's in a different place to actually read. So one other hack that you can do is move the app that you normally would click on, your most used app, replace that with whatever app you want to use to read with, and you will accidentally click on that reading app more often than not, and it will help you to just start reading. It's something that I have done, and you won't realize it how programmed some of this stuff is into your brain, right? But scrolling on your phone, clicking on an app is so ingrained in second nature to you that if you replace the app that you normally click on where it is with this, it will absolutely get you to open a book more often and hopefully make you stick around and read a little bit more. It has worked for me. Hopefully this is an experiment, and maybe you guys can come back and give me some feedback. And I would love to know what you think of this idea. Is this something you're already doing? Am I super behind on this and people have just been reading on their phones forever? Because for me, the idea of reading on my phone, like I said, absolutely crazy to me until I actually tried it. So definitely let me know down below in the comments your favorite way to read, some other reading hacks. I'm sure there are other things that people try to do. I know some people just completely pick a day of the week where they don't touch any technology and they kind of use that day to really work on other things. It doesn't necessarily even have to be reading, but I would love to know any of your other hacks, any way that I can read more, get other people to read more. I would love to hear it down below in the comments. But that is all for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, read what you want when you want.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Hey everyone.
What's up, Beasties? I hope you are having a fantastic day.
My name is Tom Oren.
My name's Chance Dillon.
Christopher Navo. Nerd Level Rising.
It's me, it's Triple B.
Preacher Reads here.
My name is Dylan.
And a few of my booktube friends and I
Would like to invite you to join
The Book Street Boys,
A Discord community.
where we have authors
content creators.
readers.
and booktube members.
We hope to see you there.
We hope to see you there.
Hope to see you there.
We want to see you there.
Cheers.
Sorry, dude. Hopefully that wasn't crap, because you boys doesn't have a script reader. But yeah, thank you.